Hello, I'm Pete Buchwalter. I'm one of Grabow Outdoors NRA certified firearms instructors, and I'm going to talk to you just a little bit today about some rules for handling firearms safely. The first rule we want to talk about is always treating the firearm as if it's loaded. From the very first time I have contact with the firearm, the first thing I need to do is check it and make sure that I know that that gun is either loaded or unloaded. The second thing we want to talk about is making sure that when we have the firearm in our hand, our finger stays straight and off the trigger until we're actually ready to fire. We want to make sure that the finger isn't resting on the trigger or even on the trigger guard. Keep in mind the trigger guard is there to protect the trigger. It's not a resting place for the finger. If you're confronted with an unexpected threat and you for some reason flinch, you may press that trigger and fire that round before you were actually intending to do so. Make sure your finger stays straight and off that trigger until you're actually ready to send that round downrange. Alright, the third rule we want to talk about is making sure that we're always aware of where we have the muzzle of our firearm pointed. We want to make sure we're in control of that and aware, especially if we're shooting around other people on a range or in some kind of other situation. We need to be aware of muzzle direction and be sure that you always keep that firearm pointed in a safe direction. Fourth thing we want to talk about is we want to always be aware of our target and what is beyond that target. We need to know where that round is going to stop. If the round is going to be going through our target or past the target in some way, we want to know where that round is going to stop and that it's going to be stopped safely so that it doesn't continue downrange and strike anything that we didn't intend to shoot a hole in. Okay, and that's our 4 golden rules of firearm safety. Like I said, try to keep those in mind every time you're handling a firearm, whether it's at home or on the range in any capacity. Keep these rules in mind. They're there to keep you safe, keep others safe around you, and hopefully help you to avoid an accident on the range. If you're interested in learning more about firearm safety, we offer training classes at Grabow Outdoors, and you can see those on our webpage, grabowOutdoors.com. Thanks for listening. I'm Pete Buchwalter, and we'll see you on the range.